Let's find a way to get those documents, Maya whispered, remembering the maps and papers they'd seen earlier. Alex nodded. If we can get back in there, we can grab proof of what they're planning. They stealthily made their way back to the entrance they had used earlier, keeping to the shadows. The chaotic sounds of the men, trying to figure out what had happened, gave them the cover they needed. As they approached the building, they slipped inside through the same side door. The room was in disarray now, with papers scattered everywhere and chairs knocked over in the rush. "We need to find those documents quickly," Alex said, scanning the room. "Look for anything that mentions Operation Echo." Maya hurried to the table, sifting through the disarray. Her hands trembled as she flipped through files, searching for something concrete. "Here!" she exclaimed, holding up a folder with the operation's name boldly printed on the front. Alex rushed over, and together they began photographing the documents with Maya's phone, careful to capture every detail. "This is it. We'll send this to the authorities," he said, glancing nervously at the door. Just then, a loud voice echoed from outside. "They're in here. Check the back." "We have to go now," Maya cried, shoving the folder into her bag. They dashed toward the back exit just as the door swung open. A man stepped inside, his eyes widening when he spotted them. "Stop!" he shouted. Maya and Alex bolted past him, sprinting into the night. They could hear footsteps pounding behind them as they raced toward the end of the pier. "This way!" Alex shouted, leading her down a narrow path between buildings. They skidded to a halt at the edge of the street, panting. "We can't keep running forever," Maya gasped, her chest heaving. "We need to get to a public place," Alex urged. "Somewhere they can't just grab us." Spotting a nearby diner still open, they hurried inside, bursting through the door. The warm light and the smell of coffee felt surreal after the chaos. They quickly ducked into a booth, breathing heavily. "Stay low," Alex said, glancing at the door. Maya could feel her heart racing, but she also felt a flicker of hope. They had the evidence, and they were safe, at least for the moment. After a few minutes of silence, Maya pulled out her phone. "I need to send this to my brother. He can help us contact the authorities." "Good idea," Alex replied, watching the door intently. "But be careful." As she texted, a sense of urgency filled the air. Maya hit send just as the door swung open again. A couple of men stepped inside, scanning the room. "They're here," she whispered, her heart sinking.